How's everybody doing tonight? Do you have trouble getting your time focused as content creation? You're balancing work, you're balancing family. Maybe you are not a full time content creator like me. You work a full time job. And you say, how the heck do I get time for content creation? I am glad you asked. Stick around because my friend Colter Reed, we're going to talk about ways that you can find time to create content and get your groove back on. So let's do this. So now I welcome Colter Reed. Yay! I was just having like some applause there
Hi.
for you. Yay! Okay, how's that? Anyway,
Hi, Roy. Thanks for having me. It's great to be here.
I'm sorry we had a little bit of audio difficulties, but we fixed it. We through the magic of improvising, which fixes most problems. So here we go. Yeah. How's everybody doing tonight? I'm glad everybody's here, and I am so glad to have you on the show. You're one of my favorite guests, and you seem to be also with the audience as well. So yeah, at the end of the show,
Excellent.
we got to
Excellent.
get
I'm
everybody
glad
to
I
go
didn't
to your
drive him
channel.
off.
Yeah. We want to get everybody to go to your channel and subscribe and watch your fantastic productivity tips, especially all your shorts and your newsletter.
Thank
So,
you.
we'll get into that. Lots of good stuff. So,
Yeah,
you're going to want more Culture Read in your life if you don't have any in your life now. You're going to want more when this is over. So, um,
absolutely. I scale well.
how so one of the things that I said, hey, let's talk about the fact that people are so challenged with finding time to create content, and you seem to have a method down. You're very much a habits driven kind of person. You kind of like live,
Mhm.
sort of live atomic habits, so to speak, and which is a topic we've talked about on this program before.
Mhm.
And so, what are some ways that you do to kind of find time to create content? Atomic habits, yes, boy.
Finding that, yeah, so that's the problem. It's very hard to just find time to do things. We don't have spare time laying around, like, spare change that's fallen out into the couch cushions. Like you said, a lot of us are not full-time content creators. This is not our job. This is the passion project. It's
Yeah,
something avocational that we do on the side. We still have the responsibilities of a full-time job. We have family. We have other commitments in the community that we've got to take care of. We've got to balance all of these. And so, in addition to just taking care of ourselves, and it's a lot. And so, probably, it's something that if you're serious about, about creating content, or whatever your hobby is, you've got to create time for it. You've got to set aside time for it in your schedule, whatever that looks like, and that may vary from week to week. It's definitely going to vary, over across seasons of your life, and then you find ways to protect that time. You figure out how much time do I have available to do something, and that's what you can do. It may not be as much as you'd like, but if it's what you can do in this season, then that's what's appropriate.
yeah,
That's Yeah.
yeah, definitely. So, like for example, do you have you ever done any kind of thing like a time study to just kind of find out where your time's going? I mean, how did you come up with your time?
Oh, so I have certainly tried, like doing full on time tracking. There are apps that you can do this. Screen time on your phone, on your Mac, kind of gives you, like a very coarse view of how much time you're spending, like, using different apps. I didn't find that very helpful. I've tried going full manual and just, okay, like every hour, how did I spend the last hour? And I couldn't get myself to actually see that through. It was just too much. If it's not automatically tracking, there's there's no way that I'm going to do it. So what I did was I started off saying, like, okay, let's try something. Let's try creating, just a video each week, and see how that goes. Uh, I had been blogging for I started blogging in 2013, and I kind of had the cadence of that down. I kind of had an idea for how much time that took, and, well, video takes more time. And so I just picked the goal of doing a video a week, and, okay, let's see how that goes. And over as things have adjusted, recently I've had to scale that back. Most of the time, I'm doing just a short each week. And there's part of me that says, "Oh, but does that really count? Are you still really making content at that point?" And the answer is yes, absolutely. It all counts. Why wouldn't that count? That's just like an inner critic saying that
Yeah.
that if you can't do everything that you want, then just why do anything? And so you've got to overcome that inner critic. It's one thing to tune out the outer critics, but you are always with yourself, and so tune out that inner critic, and yes, it all counts. Whatever you can get done, it counts.
Yeah.
And so then I just kind of adjust to see, like, okay, this is what I have time for right now.
Yeah. I mean, one of my mantras of late is some is better than none.
Yeah,
It's just kind of hit me. So, I mean,
yeah.
one
No
thing,
matter how little you do,
yeah,
if you do something, you did more than someone who never got off the couch.
yeah, no, that's so true. Um, Hang on, I need to make an adjustment here. Why are you so tall? There we go. There we go. Fix that. That's better. I'll have to figure out why it's not the same size. We'll get it. We'll make it work. It'll work. It worked in post. No, um, I'll get it fixed. I think I like the scene, but anyway. Um, so I mean, so I have done a time study before. That's very painful.
Okay.
Where you write down where you spend your time. This can be, and I'm sure you agree. This can help you in your work life as well,
Mhm.
where you have to go and okay, I did this for 20 minutes, and I did this for 30 minutes, and then you get to the end of the day and you found out, I went and got coffee 14 times today. That was 10 minutes every time I went. Maybe I don't need to drink so much coffee, or I spent this much time talking to my boss. It didn't feel productive. Maybe I shouldn't talk to him so often. I could be doing other things. And then, and it sounds like you make content creation kind of. Do you schedule with yourself to say I'm going to make content between this time and this time? What's your approach for that?
Roughly, I mean, I've got a weekly cadence where you know it's been on Saturdays. I'll start off Saturday morning and record, then edit the video, get it published, scheduled to release on Monday. But I don't know. Now that we're back into college football season, that's not what I want to spend my Saturdays doing. So I'm like, okay, where during the week can I do the video now, so that Saturday morning comes along, all right, I can I can just turn on football.
Yeah.
um
Wait. I have a time saving feature for that, for watching football. Somebody told me YouTube TV has a feature where you can record the game and then you can tell it to play the highlights, and
oh,
it'll go
interesting.
through and play all the highlights. And so you eliminate all the commercials and all the timeouts and
Yeah,
everything. There you go. And now, look, you turned a 3 hour football game into an hour and 10 minutes.
yeah. I've done stuff with there's a package you can get directly from the NFL.
Yeah.
I forget what it's called, but where you can get condensed versions of the games. Like, you can just see
Uh,
every play, you can see the key plays, and so yeah, you can watch a 3-hour game in like 15 minutes.
yeah.
Um,
It's
the
probably not as
interesting thing I
fun.
found with it's surprisingly anxiety inducing, because when you're watching a regular game, there's an ebb and flow to the action. A play happens, and then okay, they stand around, they reset. There's the commercial breaks, and but when you're watching the condensed game, it's like, no, it's everything is happening, especially the ones where it's only, oh, they're showing this because something important is about to happen. I can't look away. I have to watch it. I have to keep watching. I can't look away. I'm going to miss something, and FOMO takes over. Um, that actually talking about ways of making work sustainable. Um, there's there's the Pomodoro Method that
Yes.
most people heard of. And the thing I love about that is that it breaks work up so that it's not just this intense, epic marathon of work where you start working in the morning and you are on and just go, 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 until 5, 6 o'clock, whenever you end work. But you go for like 25 minutes, and then you take a break for 5 minutes,
Yeah.
and then you do it again. And the thing I like about that is, like, okay, I can focus on something for 20 or 25 minutes. That's why, I can do that. But it's not an open-ended commitment where where because I've started, I have to keep on doing this for, for the next hour, for the next 6 hours, for the next 8 hours. So
Yeah.
it's much more approachable.
Yeah. And I don't know what's going on, Culture. You've got something going on where you're going
I
out
don't
and
either.
coming
I was
back.
noticing that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Let
don't know.
me,
I
let me
was
try
gonna
switching
say,
to a different camera.
yeah. Well, yeah. Let's do that. I shall move you to a different
Of course, I
camera.
don't see it. I don't see it locally, but
Yeah.
here, let me throw. Oh, that's even worse. Nope, it's still
It
doing it.
is.
So I'll go back to the good camera then.
I'm gonna undo the
All
pan
right, but
and
if the
zoom.
audio's there, just yeah. If the audio's there,
Okay.
then everyone at home just close your eyes, go to your happy place,
Yeah.
focus on the mellifluous sound of my voice.
I got a really crazy idea. If you're willing to go down a crazy journey here, I'm gonna turn on Zoom, and I'm gonna start a meeting,
Sure.
and I'm gonna send you a Zoom link, and let's see if it just gets better, and see
All
whatever
right, sure.
madness is
Let's do
going
that.
on. I don't know.
This is
Okay.
live TV, folks.
Live is life. Yeah, life is live. So here you go, sir. I'm sending it to you now. Go to the Zoom link, and I'll bring that
Hey.
camera in, and we'll see if it gets any better. So yeah.
All right.
Don't you hate when crazy happens right in the middle of a live stream? So it is all good. All right. So
Fortunately, we are highly trained broadcast professionals.
that's right. Yep. And while you're gone, I'm gonna go. While you take the jump to light speed, I'm gonna go and say hi to everybody, and drop out and come back on Zoom, and I'll bring you back into the show.
All right.
Okay. All right. Here's Colter. All right, cool. Assign a placeholder. You're now guest one. Ta-da! All right, see if your audio is working. Test audio. You're in the room. You have audio.
Okay, I don't know if you can hear me, Roy, but I am not able to hear you.
Dang it.
Oh, now I can hear you. Now I can hear you.
Okay.
So whatever you swore at, it worked.
Yeah, that's what it was. All right, so you're here now. We'll keep it that way. Let's see if everything works. Yeah, good. Things are working.
All
okay.
right.
So let's shout out to everybody. There's a whole crew out there tonight, and I thank everybody for coming out tonight. Thank you so much. Let's see. There we go. Let's see. Hey, hi, Tiny Piggy. Hope power gets restored soon and that you and your family okay. Yes, definitely. Prayers to Tiny Piggy, her family. Just it's so much going on. For those who are not aware, South Carolina got the blunt end of a tropical storm. Helena, it definitely did some damage here.
Yeah.
Bobby Guy says, "Good day, friends. This is going to be awesome. Great to see Colter back as a guest. Yes. See you at the top of the hour, friends. Please do share. Yep. Yeah. No worries. We're here. Yay. Hey, Pierce and Laura. Hey, Laura. Hey, hello. Happy Tuesday. Matt Haas in the house. Greetings. Pierre Kelly, a half hour left. Yeah, he was in there early checking out. So yeah, it's like, hey, he's like, he countdowns for me and tells me, hey, Roy and Colter. Hey, Matt. SV Temp 1. Hey, how you doing? Hey. I don't know if you've been here before, but welcome to the show. Thank you so much. This show is about helping content creators, helping other content creators. And so every week we do a live Tuesday show and try to talk about a topic. Tonight we're talking about ways to overcome your time management woes to make sure you make time to create content and yet still stay happily married if you're married and stay happily employed if you're employed. To check out very useful content with Colter, please do check out his channel and consider subscribing as well. Yes, he is at YouTube at Colter Reed. Yes. Hey, SV Temp 1. Yeah. Hey, Pierre, Laura, SV Temp. La. Frank Jansen house. Hey, Frank, how you doing? Welcome. Yeah, Stuart. Laura says hi to Matt and Mommy Guide. Procrastination. I've been struggling with this the whole week. I should have done a video for a masterclass, but kept pushing it aside for something else. Busy doing the wrong things. So, Colter, what do you propose for that puzzle? You know, when you
So usually when that when that happens, I mean, there's a couple different reasons why that can happen. I mean, sometimes we procrastinate on things because we don't really want to do it. I'm going to assume that this is like her own master class, and of course she wants to do that. It is very important. of course, but it can still be intimidating.
Yeah.
Sometimes we bite off more than we can, more than we can chew. Like we've identified what the next action is, but the next action is actually like 5 or 6 actions kind of bundled up in one. Uh, like for example, over the weekend, I made some sausage egg bites. And I wanted to do that. Okay, next action, make some sausage egg bites. Like, well, no, that's an entire project. The next action is, okay, well, I need to go shopping and buy the ingredients. Well, no, before that, I need to know what the ingredient. I need to know what we have on hand. Well, actually, before that, I need to know what the ingredients are. Before that, I need to find where I saved the recipe. So the next action is find the recipe for the sausage egg bites. Then I know what I need to get. I can check what I have on hand, know what I need to go to the store for. Um, when we bundle next actions together like that, they can be really intimidating and really scary. We don't just flat out, we want to avoid them. We end up not shying away from it. Um, Sometimes we put things off because the other things that come up, there are external stakeholders. Someone else has asked us to do something. We don't want to let them down. We want to come through for them. We want to be the hero, which is fine. Um, or that external thing, that's what's got the deadline. Whereas our own project, well, we're the only one that we're accountable to. Yeah, it's okay. We're also the project manager, so yeah, it's okay if it slips. That's fine. We can sort that out. We make that decision in a split second. Um, and so just sometimes we just need a little bit of accountability to keep that sense of urgency
Yeah.
there.
I yeah, it was shocking to me. I learned that procrastination is a type of fear. It is you are
Yeah.
afraid of something, and procrastination is your way of dealing with it. For me, I have a habit of redirecting my energy towards something I know I need to do. I will do 10,000 other things around that thing I want to do because I'm like fearful that it's not going to be as good as I want it to be. That's a
Oh,
big
so
one for
common.
me. Oh man, that I
Oh,
want to do this video.
you and me and every other creator out there.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
so I try to overcome that and say, look, I did, the video that's terrible. Well, the worst video is the one you didn't make, because
Yeah.
it's that whole process. If you make the video, well, okay, it didn't turn out as good as I wanted. I could do this better next time. That whole process of doing it's a learning adventure. So that's just try the way that I look at it. Let's
Yeah.
shout out some more folks. We have more out here. Let's see, awesome fun things. Say hi to Stuart. I am Tall Boy. Hey, everyone. Mommy guys saying hi to Corey. Tornado, Tora, how are you doing? Welcome, welcome. I have been having crazy times at work and getting up wee hours and working long nights, and so I've been missing your show. I am so sorry. Tall Boy. I need to get like his recording and put it in my soundtrack here. Tall Boy, yeah. Hey, just Tornado. Yep. Hey, Tall Boy. Hey, Matt. Hey, Tora. Hey, Mommy Guide. Friends, there's a poll. Please, yes, kindly check out the poll. I will show the results here in just a little bit. It's very eye-opening when I sit down and take time inventory some days. It is very shocking how much time I waste in my case. I don't know. I don't watch a lot of TV, but I will spend hours watching YouTube videos, but I'll call myself doing research. But if you're
Mm-hmm.
watching, you're not creating. So just remember that. Yeah, so grateful for everyone being here. If you have a question, yes, definitely put a Q in front so Roy can easily see it, because I'm blind. No, I'm kidding. And don't forget to hit that like button. Yeah, that's really awesome. What's up, family? Hey, I should do a time stay because I just go, go, go. That is it. I see the Pomodoro method quite often. Yeah, I was going to show my Pomodoro cube here. Let's see. So this is my Pomodoro cube. It's got 10 and 20 and 30 and 5 on it. And so you just, whatever time you turn up, that counts down for, I'll do 10 minutes. And so it counts down 10
Mm-hmm.
minutes. And so
Oh, that's
you
great.
can say, I'm going to work on this for 10 minutes. I cannot do anything else. And so it is a way to time block. And so I'm going to do this
Mm-hmm.
for 10 minutes. And when the alarm goes off, then I can do something else. But I cannot take I cannot take myself off this task until I'm done. Now, usually I do 20 minutes because that seems to be about how much my attention span can handle. And then when it goes off, I take a 40-minute break. No, I'm kidding. It's, but no, I might give myself a reward of, hey, you can quick go get a cup of coffee and come back. That goes back to that 14 cups of coffee thing.
Yeah, 14 times a day.
Yeah, 14 times a day. So, the other part is, how about Colter? Is this something you do? Could I will literally go to my calendar and block out a time with myself to do something. And I do this for work for planning purposes. I do this for my lunch break because I work with a crew that's in multiple time zones. So sometimes just to save my sanity and attempt to have a lunch hour where I actually cheat, and I use it for planning and I use it for exercise sometimes, but sometimes I eat even. But is that something that you do or have done?
The time blocking or the Pomodoro? Because
Both.
either way, the answer is yes.
Okay, cool. Yeah. So
Yeah.
either of those two methods have any success for you?
I'm going to address them differently because to me they're two distinct strategies. I'll start with the Pomodoro. Awesome Fun Things asks, do you like the tip where you tell yourself just start and only spend 5 minutes on it? That's kind of what I use the Pomodoro for. That is very similar. I'll tell myself like, okay, I can, this might take, an hour, and I don't have an hour right now. I don't want to spend an hour on it. There's other stuff that I should be doing for some definition of should. And so, but I can tell myself like, I can do 5 minutes. I can get it. And sometimes, yeah, I just want to, I just need to get moving. And then once I've started, it's not that bad. And yeah, I can continue. And so sometimes I use the Pomodoro to just kickstart myself. Sometimes I'll use it to just like, okay, it's something that's going to take an hour or 2 hours, and I've only got 15 or 20 minutes. Well, it's easy to just throw our hands up at that point and say, okay, I don't have the 2 hours I need to put at this. Well, no, but you've got 15 minutes. That's an eighth of it. You can make, you can get to 12.5% progress on it. So just say, okay, you've got 15 minutes you can put towards it. Put 15 minutes towards it. So that's another thing you can use the Pomodoro method for. And then the other thing that I alluded to earlier is it gives you that cadence of work where, yeah, you mentioned that you can focus on things for about 20 minutes, and then you need to break and go get a cup of coffee. So, okay, that 20 minutes, that's your duty cycle for work. And then you take 5 or 10 minutes to go do something else. They don't have to add up to 30. My brain, I like it when the numbers add up to 30, 20, 20, 10, 25, 5. They don't have to add up to 30. And so you start to develop that natural cadence of rhythm. And you get to the point, after you've been doing this for a while, you get to the point where you're working on a problem, and then, oh, here's a question that I haven't thought through. I need to think about this for a second. Okay, well, let me go do something else for a second. And then, you start to naturally adopt that on and off pattern to work. Now, the other thing in there, the time blocking. The thing I like to do about time blocking, first off, yes, it is important to schedule time where you can work on things. About 10 years ago, there were a lot of articles. It was very fashionable for a while. You saw a bunch of articles about the most successful people don't have a task list. This is what they do instead. And it was all that they put things on their calendar, so they know when they're going to do it, and which makes sense, because time is the most important resource that you have to get work done. And so when are you going to do it? That's probably the most important question you can answer about it. So there's a certain logic to that. The thing I like to use time blocking for is to fight perfectionism. If I have something, I have a project that could just go large. I mean, Parkinson's law, work will expand to fill the space that you give to it. And so if I have something that, yeah, I need to do it, I want to get it done, like editing a video. I could spend a very long time, polishing the edits and transitions and titles and just doing all the things, using every little menu, using every menu item that Apple put into Final Cut. But I don't want to spend all day editing the video. I want to spend half an hour editing the video. And so I'll give myself half an hour. And then when that time block is done, I'm done. I'm going to ship it. The video is done at that point. However good I can get it in half an hour, that's as good as it's going to be. And then I'm going to call it done and move on.
Yeah, I mean, that's, yeah. And sometimes, done is close enough. I know I have issues with perfectionism too. So.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, if you think about the Pareto principle, the 80-20 rule, okay, you put in 20% of the effort, you get 80% of the results. Mm-hmm. Well, you put in another 20%, you get another 80% of what's left. And so you very quickly get to the point of diminishing returns, where it's just not worth it to keep putting in the same effort. Call it good enough. Done is better than perfect. Move on. Do something else.
Yeah.
Keep your momentum up.
Definitely agree with done is better than perfect, because I definitely that's a challenge. What kind of daily habits or routines do you kind of recommend for creators who want to build consistency?
Just do it. I mean, Jerry Seinfeld talks about, don't break the chain.
Yeah.
Do something every day. Maybe you're not recording a video every day. If it's very ambitious. There are people who do that, daily vlogs. But maybe you write 5 ideas down one day, and then the next day at 9:00, you pick one of those ideas. The next day you sketch out, you draft a script for it. But just do something every day, something to keep moving the chains forward. Going back to, let's go back to football metaphors there. You're not going to, you don't score a touchdown on every play.
Yeah.
What the offense is trying to do is they're just trying to keep the ball moving forward. And then after a couple of plays, you get another first down and you keep going. And then eventually you keep going long enough and you reach the goal that you're working towards. But you don't have to do it all at once. Break it up and just do something each day. And then that develops, that helps you to develop the habit, the consistency of working on your craft regularly, doing something every day. It doesn't matter how big it is, how small it is. Maybe you have 2 hours you can sit down and work on stuff. Great. Maybe you have 5 minutes. Okay. You have something you can do in 5 minutes. Why not do that?
Yeah.
Clear that little 5-minute thing off so that you're not distracted by it the next time you have half an hour or an hour and you want to sit down and go deep. Don't you can, because you've already cleared out a bunch of those tiny little tasks. So they're not going to be there to distract you.
Yeah, that's great stuff. That's good stuff. That hopefully you guys are taking notes, because that's some great advice. Let's get caught up on some comments here. This was earlier. Our audio was glitchy. Yeah, thank you for letting us know. Cutting out all the non-playing footage out of a football game is brilliant. Yeah, now if you just could do that with your life, cut out all the non-playing footage of your life and only have your productive time show. So, Doris says, Roy's being real tech over there. Yeah, I think that's when we made the jump to light speed to go solo first, Roy. Hey, Florence, how you doing tonight? Welcome. Hey, Florence. Yes, we have audio. Awesome fun things as a cue. No question. But he's got a cue, and that's half the battle. Gosh, Colter, I think you just hit the nail on the head. It actually is truly a series of events to film that masterclass, and they're the steps that I struggle with, thus I don't want to do it. Yeah. But today, I will do it. I will make myself accountable to you. I'll finish that recording.
All right, you go. You got this.
Yeah, you can do it. Yeah. All right.
You got this. We want to report.
Let's see. Do you like the tip where you tell yourself just start and only spend 5 minutes on it, and boom, the next thing you know, you're 45 minutes into it? Yeah.
Yep, that definitely happens. The one thing is be careful, use it sparingly, use it to get unstuck. But if you use it too much on yourself, you figure it out.
Yep.
You're like, nope, I'm not going to do 5 minutes because you're going to want me to go an hour. No, not doing it. Nope, I'm out.
Yeah. Wait, Colter. No, we got a little bit more show. Let's do that. Hey,
it's just going to be a 5-minute show, Roy.
What? No, we're not going to time manage the show. It's just going to happen however Yeah. So
It flows.
yeah, however it flows. Yeah, exactly. Hey, Philip, how you doing? Welcome, welcome. Hey, Gretchen, how you doing? Philip and Gretchen. I tell myself I'm going to work on something, and then my brain hits the virtual snooze button over and over. I'm jelly that you have a
Yeah.
virtual snooze button on your brain. I could use one of those. Sometimes my brain overthinks. I think
Yeah.
just
It
snooze it.
doesn't. Yeah, I don't really have a snooze button. It just kind of keeps going in the background. Like, the alarm's going off in the next room.
Yeah, that's
If
true.
I do snooze it, it snoozes for like 3 days.
Oh yeah, yeah. It's weird. It usually wakes me up in the middle of the night and says, "Oh, you didn't do this," and then I have to go add it to my reminders. So I rely on
Yep.
Apple reminders quite a bit. So it's way more than I probably should.
Useful.
Hey Yolanda, how you doing? Welcome, welcome. I hope your team is doing well. I haven't been keeping up, so I don't know. I really should keep up with football, I guess. 42 cups a day, 42 cups of coffee in a day is lethal. So 41 is the limit, folks. Yes, that is probably true. Oh, awesome. Is that my problem? It's 41 and not 51.
51 is right out.
Yes. I know when I can see sound move, I've had too much caffeine. That's how I know. Yeah, literally feel like I'm buzzing. Hey, Gretchen, I can so relate. Matt, 41. 41. Can you ever sleep with that amount of caffeine in your body? I don't know, but I'm going to try to find out. I don't recommend Lala. Yep. Oh, Roy, another T-shirt. Done is close enough. That is true. That needs to be a T-shirt for sure.
I would rock that merch.
Yep. Yes, notes. Yes, Stuart, I need you to take notes. Hey, Lana. Hey, Gretchen. Yeah, just ordered the Pomodoro Cube watch. Oh, wow. That sounds interesting. When you do the video about that, Mommy God, let all you know, we'll all come watch it. So that would be good to watch. So let me ask you this. Wow, I don't know why that particular scene has you extreme close up, but that's okay. We'll go with it. You look better than I do, so it works. Do you use any kind of AI tools to kind of help your productivity? And kind of one example, I've used AI tools to help me create a content creation calendar and say, okay, here's 3 months. I want to do a video a week, and help me generate the ideas and fill out my calendar when I would do it. Or that's just an example. What's something you may have done, or maybe there's some tools that are not AI.
I've played around with it. I've played around with it. One thing that I have tried and AI is not ready for it yet is having it be a virtual assistant. Like, here, this is what I need to do today. What order do you want to put it in?
Yeah.
You can tell, okay, this is what I need to do today. Okay, great. Now put that in like an optimal order, and it will just start hallucinating all kinds of crazy tasks that I have to do. Like, no, I don't have lunch with the mayor today. No. But I've used it to brainstorm ideas. I've used it to look at topics from different perspectives. Like, here's a topic I want that I want to do a video on, and I'll give it that. Now, look at it from the perspective of a newlywed couple, and like what productivity challenges do they face? Okay, now how about a stay-at-home mom with 3 kids under 5? What are her productivity challenges?
Wow, 3 kids under 5 for one thing.
Yeah, that's a full-time job right there. College student, retired, just using it to just turn the problem around and look at it from different angles. And it's surprisingly effective at doing that. If you want to get different perspectives on it. I've tried the content creation calendar. It looked really good, and I did it for about 3 days, and then said, "No, you're giving me too much work to do," and fell off the wagon with it. I should try that again. See what it. Just try it. See what it does. See what it comes up with. See what happens.
They've upgraded several of the AIs. I don't know what your favorite is, but they've updated several, and go and give them a try. I'm a huge fan of ChatGPT.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I'm gonna get a new iPhone 16 Pro soon, so I'm kind of excited when later in the year when Apple AI gets in and it'll be more context sensitive about things. I am curious to know if maybe then I could try to see about getting a content. I've been doing this. I've been working with Gemini from Google. I have a pro account on Gemini, And I'm
Mhm.
sad because it still doesn't have connectivity into my YouTube channel. And to me, it would be so brilliant if you could look at my content already and give me
Yeah.
advice on maybe what I need, what I'm not recording, that I need to record, make a video about, and that type of thing. So it's coming there.
Yeah.
It's coming.
Um, I
It's
have used it to repurpose content, like pointed it at a live stream that I did,
yeah,
and because it can ingest the transcript
transcript. Yeah,
of it, and then okay, give me 5 ideas on how to repurpose this content for blog posts or whatnot, and it can remix it so that it's not just like, oh, from this time that stamp to this time stamp, this time to from here to here, here to here, but it can actually turn the live stream that you did into, like, the research, not quite the word I want, but as source material that you can then repurpose into other forms.
yeah, that's great stuff. What
Yeah.
are there any apps that are not AI specific that you use to kind of enhance your productivity, especially with content creation? What are some apps that may be beneficial?
Um, One of the ones that I do use regularly is Descript.
Okay.
So after I've edited the video, I will, in addition to exporting the video that I'm gonna upload to YouTube, I'll export just the audio as
Hmm.
well. Upload the audio to Descript, let it process it. And for shorts, you have plenty of time on the free plan to do this, but let it transcribe the video, and then you can clean up the transcription because it's going to have problems. But then you can upload. Then there's two things I do with that file. One is I upload it uh, to YouTube as the captions file, because then I know that there aren't going to be any weird typos and homophonetic errors
Yeah.
in the transcript. And then I also keep a copy of that with, like, the project file, so that I can go back and check and reference that very easily without having to pull up the entire video.
Hmm.
Uh, just keeping kind of the whole transcript of it. Um, One of the things that one of the video content creation tips that a friend of mine turned me on to when I was first getting started is he sent me a zip file that he had created. And when you open up the zip file, it's a whole folder structure. It's got the Final Cut project in it. It's got a folder for audio resources that you used, graphics that you used. It's got a video, or it's got a folder for the final exports that you do. It's got a folder for the documents that you do, a folder for the thumbnails for it to keep everything nice and organized. The documents that are in it. So if I remember this off the top of my head, you've got the script that you started with. I've got the captions that I ended up with. I've got the video description that goes on the YouTube. Um, the the description underneath the video on YouTube, and um, the email that I send out with that, to promote that video. So I've got all of those right there. Well, because this is something of a template, when it's time for me to do a new video, I just open up that zip archive. It creates a new copy of all of this. I just changed the folder name a couple times so that it's named consistently with what this project is. And then I've already got this as a starting point. I'm not starting from scratch. Our brains get terrified with at looking at a blank page. This is a documented phenomenon. Uh, it's hard for us to get started with a blank page, but if we have something on it, like a template that we can start from, it's much more easy for us, much easier for us to get started and get going. And then it reminds me. So first off, it gives me a starting point, so I don't have to recreate the thumbnail from scratch. I don't have to set up the Final Cut project the way that I like it. Make sure I get all the color settings correct. I can set that up once and then reuse it. And then it also serves as something of a checklist. That, oh, yep, I need to do this. I need to do this. I need to do this. And then when I'm done, right there, I've got everything that I did for that video ready to go, and I can just upload that to the NAS, and it's archived.
Yeah.
And so once you've done something a couple times, look for ways that you can create templates so that the next time you go to do it, you're not starting from scratch again, but you're reusing as many decisions as you can that you've previously made.
Hmm, that's good stuff. How so? I mean, you have a full time job, right? And,
Oh yeah.
and you have a family, right?
Yep.
Okay. So how do you juggle your family and that full time job and your content creation? I mean, what's what do you do? What is that? How do you overcome the challenges of trying to manage all that?
So the full-time job pretty much, goes on the calendar first. Like if I'm looking at the week and planning it out, full-time job goes on there first because there's kind of roughly set hours. I've got some flexibility, but that's a fairly well-defined commitment. And then there is time that I need to, to give to the family. And if there's whether there are actual family events going on, like daughter's got a band concert, or if it's just being there for dinner, then there's those uh, activities that go on the calendar. But they're very supportive, probably because I haven't let it get completely out of control, where it's taking all of my time and attention and energy away from the family. But because I've shown that I can keep both these balls in the air, they are very supportive about it. In fact, my wife and my son are in the next room right now watching us. So they're one of the viewers
Oh,
out
thanks.
there. I don't know if I should wave this way or wave this way to them, either way.
Should wave like
But
this.
uh,
Hi.
um, my son has started to ask if, when I'm starting to get ready to record, he started asking, do you need any help recording? And since he started asking, there hasn't been, anything complicated that I'm doing. It's just been, like recording a short and put the camera up on the tripod, talk to
Yeah.
it, and that's it. But if there's ever something I'm doing that where I need a cameraman,
Yeah.
he's there.
Yeah, I've had my wife be my the other joke about the Instagram boyfriend who films all the women that are doing Instagrams. Their Instagram boyfriend. So I've had my wife record me, and I said, "You're my Instagram boyfriend." So,
Yeah.
and get her to film some of my videos. So it's been really a big help. But so, yeah, and I did. I became so obsessed with content creation and with YouTube and just content creation just in general that it took over, and my wife luckily
Mm.
is able to get my attention and say, hey Buster, yeah, you need to find out you still have a family and not get so obsessed with
Yeah.
this. And I got obsessed, and I had to pull away. And I had to compartmentalize it. And so that's one approach I use, is I very much compartmentalize.
How do you compartmentalize it?
It's I literally have to build like a mental box around it. It's like
Okay.
it's it's kind of like checks and balances, so to speak. What is the most important thing in your life? My family.
Hmm.
So okay,
Yeah.
and the job, and then content creation.
Yeah. Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah. The job goes on the schedule first, but why are you doing the job?
for the
It's so you can
family,
provide for your family.
yeah, and upgrade my
Yeah.
studio. No, I'm kidding. Um,
And
when I
buy
get
toys.
gear acquisition syndrome. Anyway, no. So
Yeah.
I finally even gotten to the
Oh,
point now where I don't buy stuff for the studio because I'm like, it's not the gear, it's me. I'm the
yeah.
reason it's not good or it's not bad or it's not done. It's not the gear. I can't blame the lights. I can't blame the mic.
Yeah.
I can't blame the camera. All those are more than adequate. My cell phone is more than enough to do content creation. And
Yeah.
so,
It is.
yeah. So it's just important that we not let ourselves become obsessed. So, yeah, let's check out some more comments here. We got, let's see. Tallboy says the script is nice. You can remove those filler words. Yeah. What's your favorite filler
Um,
word?
it's either
What's
or
Yeah, I was gonna say mine
probably
is so. Mine is so. I think it's
I
a
didn't
nervous
realize
thing.
until I started using Descript just how many sentences I began with the word so.
Yeah, So,
It's an eye opener.
yeah. Uh, Yolanda says, "Hey, hi Tora. Hi there, hello there, mommy God." So, yeah, definitely. So was one. What's everybody's filler words out there? Go ahead and leave it in the comments. I'd love to know what your filler words are. While we got a moment, I'm going to end the survey. Hopefully, everybody voted. They wanted the votes in polls, so the poll is over, and the results are 999. No, okay, no, okay. Where did the 86% of you said yes? Yes, 86% of you said yes.
Yeah.
So, same.
And the other 14% aren't trying to create content.
It's weird. I'm not sure why it had me add my own comment there, but anyway, okay. Hey, look, it's me. So yeah, mine.
Probably the poll.
Mine is right. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, come on, guys. What's everybody's filler word? Because I want to see that. Because that one, mine is so, Tor's is right? Yeah. And then you said,
I was doing a speaker training once, and for one of the other speakers who was going through this, he was not aware of the filler words that he was using. And so the facilitator who was taking us through the training had everyone else sit there and snap every time he used a filler word, just to bring it to his attention so he was aware of it and so he could work on correcting it.
Yeah. I've tried to use CapCut sometimes to do those, take out those filler words, and it was just a little sad there. Hang on, my mouse is acting crazy. Mommy guy says my filler words are actually, therefore, etc. There's so many. I'm glad you vary it up, because
you actually use etc. as
the
filler word. That's fascinating.
I know those of us who said no are retired. Mine is, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I can definitely see that as a filler word. Yeah. So I think those are also nervous things. We get nervous, and I think we have fill-in phrases for that nervous, and that's where "so" is for me. So if I am not as nervous, "so" doesn't make an appearance. I do ums instead. But if I am nervous, it will make many appearances. I'm trying to replace my filler words with silence. The problem is you need to leave. Well, I was going to say, I think you need to leave some filler words so you sound human. Otherwise, Matt turns into a robot.
But can you imagine how thoughtful you would sound if you didn't use filler words? If someone asked you a question, and then you gave your answer. And all you're doing is you're just thinking of something to say besides "so." Like, okay, what's the second word that would come out of my mouth? And start there.
Tor says the people snap. Every time I said right, it would sound like a movie theater popcorn stand exploding. That's my favorite comment of the night so far. Those of you that want to, I'm going to favorite that anyway. So, yeah.
Oh, we can favorite comments?
You can favorite comments. Yeah. Beep boop.
I can only report and block. Huh.
No. Yeah. Well, inside.
Maybe you can. It's your channel. Maybe you can favorite.
He can't, and I can favor stuff. It's more so I can find it.
Yeah.
So, it's really helpful when you have lots of comments going by so fast and you can't possibly catch them all, and you see somebody saying something amazing.
Yeah, sure.
So, got a cue here on the I just not feel it today. Do you push on through and create?
That is a great question. Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
Usually. And I have found that my energy for creating content varies over the course of the day. And I can totally see that on Saturday. If I can start and get in and do the video first thing in the morning, I have high creative energy at that point. It goes much more smoothly than if my morning is taken up with something else and I don't get to the video until after lunch. I'm, going through an energy trough at that point. Um, however, one of the things that I'll do then sometimes is, okay, I'll just go take a nap. This is, right now is not a good time for me. It's an energy trough. That's fine. I know I have another energy peak later in the day. Maybe I will shift what I'm doing and just make sure that I've got the idea down. I've got the script ready to go so that when I do have when I do have the energy, when I am feeling like it, then I'm ready to go at that point. But a lot of the time, I've found that if I can find something simple to get started on, like pick a topic, and then, okay, I've got the topic. I've identified the topic. Let's just sketch some those out real quick. Because if I pick that topic, it's kind of because I had something I wanted to say about it. So let's just capture that real quick before I forget what it was. And, oh well, I've got this rough of an outline. Okay, now if I let's put a couple bullet points under each of those. And I've got the outline at this point. I may as well just turn the camera on and knock this out real quick. And before I know it, I've pushed through and I've done it anyway. Now there have been times where no, I'm just not feeling it, especially like if you get sick. No, give yourself the grace to just say, it's not happening. It's not happening today. It's not happening this week. It's not the end of the world.
I think grace is an important part of content creation. We are
Absolutely
our own worst critics, and it takes a lot to just put yourself out there. We are literally putting ourselves out there as content creators. We are sharing a part of ourselves. If you're authentic, you're probably revealing things you don't even mean to share because you're being authentic and you're saying this is who I am and what I'm going through. And sometimes when I'm low on energy, that's a great time to do a short. Just do a quick short real quick and get it out there. Where you just say, hey, I'm having a day. I'm not feeling amazing. I'll do my morning thoughts videos because they're really easy to edit for me. I can edit them very quickly.
Yeah.
And I like those because they're very impromptu. I'm just whatever's on my mind.
Very
at that
authentic.
time. Yeah. Well, it's me. It's my life. So, yeah. I mean, I know that I'm not supposed to be mixing all my content. I'm doing tech content. And I'm talking about all the content creation, and I'm doing the vlogs and some shorts that obviously are just something AI tried to make out of my my long form videos. And it doesn't do a good job. So, but yeah, that's so shorts are fun to do when you have no energy. But yeah, I get really excited on Tuesday nights. In fact, I have a hard time going to sleep after the show is over because I get an adrenaline rush out of this whole thing, and seeing everybody, it's just amazing. Just seeing all my friends out there, and when new folks show up, hey, it's awesome. How you doing? Welcome. So let's see here. So we're talking about you push through. It would sound professional. Is that about the popcorn machine thing? To answer the question, depending on how I'm feeling and if I have a deadline, I will push through. No deadlines, I will eventually get to it. So, and then Taurus says, same here, tall. I am tall boy. So yeah, that's sometimes I have to push through. Here's another question. Have you ever experienced what I call resentment creation from frustration? Resentment creation.
Not quite sure what you mean by resentment creation.
Resentment creation.
Yeah.
Tor, I'd love to get.
I've never regretted that I created something. If it's rough, all right, fine. Why was it rough? What can I learn from this? How can I do it better next time?
Yeah. Tor, expand on that point. I'd love to hear hear the rest of it and see if we can get some context.
I'm curious what you mean by that.
Yeah. Resentment creation. I'm trying to think. Tallboy says, I get excited on show day, but the day after I am in no mood to cut up content. yeah, I can relate to that. I have to wait for the seeming 12 hours for it to chop up to put my content out there in HD so I can go put my end cards and my info cards and all that. So,
yeah.
I'm thinking here. I'm trying to have you ever experienced what I call resentment creation from. Now, I have definitely gotten frustrated and created content. Sometimes people, oh, here we go. Let's get more information. You feel committed, and then you kind of feel resentment and frustration from the start of the project that people are looking forward to it, but you're not feeling anymore. Oh man, I have been there. I have a friend of mine says burnout doesn't exist and it's a mental it's more of a mental thing, but I I think burnout is a real
Yeah.
thing. But I pivoted on this channel 3 times because I reached the point where I was sick and tired of creating the content, and I literally felt like I was riding a hamster wheel. I was literally just keeping a hamster wheel going and was creating content, and I was having to drag myself along the way to do it, but it wasn't a fun adventure, and I didn't like doing it anymore. How about you, Colter? Is that something that you have experienced?
Yeah. I mean, what others want you to talk about isn't necessarily always what you want to talk about. And so, yeah, you have to make a choice. Are you going to, give the audience what they're there for, or are you going to talk about what you want to talk about? And, there's got to be some overlap, or, why are you doing it?
Yeah,
I'm doing this because I want to help people. I want to help people get unstuck. I want to help people, get the day to day out of the way so that they can stop chasing the dream and start living the dream, get more out of life. And if I'm just completely going off and talking about completely random things that aren't going to help them,
yeah,
what am I doing? I want to be helpful.
and
So
that's
you
my
kind of
why.
have to,
That's my why as well. My why is I want to make videos that give information to help people move forward to get 1% better at what they're trying to accomplish as far as content creation goes. And that's what my goal is. And that's why
yeah,
I bring amazing folks like you on the show to motivate others and say, look, you can overcome the challenges that you're facing. And you just got to get, just a little bit. I'm
yeah,
typing as bad as Doc
Kaizen.
tonight. Resentment might be the wrong word. It's all good. It's all good. We figured out what you
No
meant.
worries.
So yeah, I've definitely hit that wall where I am just tired of creating the thing I'm creating, and I just had to take a chill. And one time, and like I said, I pivoted 3 times on this channel on what my quote unquote niche was, or niche. I suddenly can't say niche.
I say niche.
Niche. I don't know. I try
I
to
mean,
sound
there's people that say,
educated.
yeah, there's riches in the niches.
Yes,
Niches isn't a word.
yes. Yellow belly sneeches rhymes better with niches. So anyway, living the dream. Yeah, that's it. The key question: who are you creating for? Is it you or is it your community? And I
Yeah.
just want to see the virtual light bulb go off above my friends in the community. And
Yeah.
anybody that comes along that is brand new to content creation. I want to help motivate them to accomplish. I think everybody has a voice, and they need to get out there and make content and share their story. That's so important to me. There's so many stories we never hear. We never hear so many stories that the world needs to hear, and so I
Yeah.
think content creation is the way to get there. Go and make a video on YouTube. It's such an open platform. Anybody can upload content to YouTube as long as you observe their community guidelines. Um, Anybody can make content on YouTube, and so that's my motivation. That's my inspiration. And so when I went to this niche, I've been so excited about it, and it's just fun. Now my procrastination is really good, so I have to overcome that at times. But so, I mean, what's your thought? What's your thought on all of that? What do you think about it?
Uh, it's such a great moment when you realize, when you can see that light bulb moment, that when something clicks for the person you're trying to help. And it's like you can see them level up, and they're more confident, they're more informed, whatever it is. They're more inspired, they're more motivated. They're they're going to do something now that they weren't going to do before. And it's not that I've done anything. I'm just helping them get out of their own way. But I feel so honored to be able to be there for those moments. I love those conversations where where you like you said, you can see the light bulb turn on. You can hear the click as they figure something out. It's a great feeling.
Yeah, it definitely is. Um, Definitely. We need to tell everybody how to find you because they need to go find you. They need to go and subscribe to your newsletter, which I very much enjoy, and subscribe
Yeah.
to your channel. And that's not the scene on our show, but anyway, hang on, mouse. Where'd the mouse go? Come back, come back. All right. First of all, this is Colter's channel. I do have it in the description there, so please, if you would be so kind, go to his channel and
Yep.
subscribe. His amazing shorts. I love these shorts. The Cinderella rule today, that was in the newsletter. I really enjoyed that. So definitely go and watch. And he breaks down different challenges and talks about ways to definitely overcome those. And then his website. So if you go to his website at colterreed.com, it's also in the description. He's got a free book. Tell us about this free ebook, this free book you have.
Yeah, so it walks you through just kind of how to track the goals that you're working on. Because when you're working on a goal, it's not just what you're trying to accomplish, but there's more involved in it. There's the whole motivation behind why you want to work on that goal. And then there's all the supporting material, like reference material that you need, notes on what you've done. And so it's just some guidelines on how to put that all together, how to so you can track your goals and actually keep making progress on them, rather than just having a series of great ideas that you never executed on.
Yeah. And I'm gonna give you the highest compliment. I am subscribed to a lot of newsletters. Yours is one of the few I actually make sure I go and read every time. There's so many.
Oh,
Oh, no time today. Delete, delete, delete. But I see yours and say, nope. I gotta go watch Colter's video. I gotta read the article it's got in here. So
oh,
I definitely,
oh,
really,
thanks, Roy.
really, yeah. There you go. The reactions are working. So
Mhm.
definitely enjoy your newsletter and definitely enjoy your shorts that you do. So everybody
Thank
should
you.
go and subscribe to his channel and go subscribe to his newsletter and get his free book. It costs you nothing. Okay. And it's just amazing.
And you get great information out of it.
Yep. And you can tell that he genuinely cares. And he wants to give you great advice. So that's what I like about you, Colter. You're very genuine in that regard. So, thank
Thank
you.
you, Roy.
Thank you for being on the show. Any last thoughts we need to share with the world here?
Oh, and so many of the times that you don't do something, it's just because you've talked yourself out of it before you even start. So, you know, it all counts. Don't sit on the sidelines just because you don't think that you can, go out there and score a touchdown on this play. Just get out there, move the chains, move them again. Just keep moving forward, and sooner or later, you're going to get there.
Yeah.
The only people who fail are the ones who give up.
Yeah, definitely. Let's see. I had a couple more comments here. Let's see. Tor says, this is great. Thank you, Roy and Colter. Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you for coming by, everybody. And Lala, thank you. Yes, thanks, Roy and Colter. Thank you. I really
All
hope
right. Thank
everybody
you,
enjoyed the
everyone.
show.
Thank you
Great.
so much for showing up.
Let's see. Thanks, everyone. Please don't forget to hit that like button and share if you can. Yes, share my live stream with people because I'm really close. Great show. Thank you, Gretchen. I really appreciate those kind words. Let's see. I'm supposed to give you a call to action. And so here it is. I'm going to push a button for the call to action. And it is subscribe. I need everybody to subscribe to my channel. So if you're not currently a subscriber to my channel, thanks. Definitely subscribe. I do appreciate it. And YouTube's going to say, look, I always have the problem here. Yeah, YouTube's going to say, watch this video next. And I hope you do. Yeah. because YouTube knows what you should be watching. And so my channel, for example. Everybody have a great night, and thanks. Bye. Bye. Colter, will let you say bye too. Bye. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.
Good night, everyone.